Oh, hello. So, welcome to today. I experiment with makeup that I'm not experienced with and then wander around town pretending like I've got stuff to do. So, I have been seeing more and more like on my Instagram and on Sephora and Ulta about like Korean beauty and J beauty. So I did a little bit of research. I found a brand that seems pretty popular with people who use these types of makeups, and I've always been super interested, so I wanted to see what it was all about. And is it actually that good, or is it just like something that we're being told is that good? Because I don't know about y'all, but there have been times that I have seen makeup like all over the internet, all over YouTube, everywhere, and it's not that great. And I'm like, how did this become like a hyped thing? Because it's not. And then my trust is hurt, my heart is hurt, people hurt me. So I ordered most of what I would need to do a full face. The brand that I got, that I keep seeing like all over Instagram, I've seen it on YouTube, is 3CE. So I have their Matte Fit Foundation in shade P001. I have their Natural Finish Loose Powder. I have an eyeshadow palette of theirs in Overtake, which like I'm into these shades. I have a blush in Delectable, and I have a mascara. And mascara is one of those things that I am really picky about. I got the Super Slim Skinny Mascara because it's supposed to be formulated for people who have like short or thin lashes, because the brush is supposed to like actually grab the lashes. So I'm not going to do a super focused like this is how I'm applying it, because today's video is more, does it actually work? Is it actually as great as people say that it is? With that being said, I'm going to apply it the same way that I would apply any other makeup, using like beauty blender and brushes. And then there's some stuff that like I didn't get because I'm not that familiar with the brand, so like I'll still be using my normal concealer. Oh, I also got 2 lipsticks. I got the Velvet Lip Tint in Rambling, and I know I got another one, but I don't see it here. I know I got another one of the lip tints in, I think the shade was named Blossom Day. So I'm gonna break into my own video here for a second. The coverage on this is pretty crazy. So I mean, like, I know I use a lot of pumps, but that's because that's what I'm used to using. So this is matte finish, and it's actually still really pretty and really natural. It does have a cosmetic smell to it, so it does smell like makeup. I mean, but it's not anything that would like stop me from using it. Like, it's not like the Coty Airspun where it's like a very heavy smell. This just smells like makeup. So far it's blended pretty well with my concealer, because I will say that was something that I was worried about. I do have one foundation that will remain nameless, that every time I use it, when I go back over to put concealer on, it actually like lifts and leaves like patches, but this actually blended pretty well. So now we're on to contouring. My forehead's still big. Okay, so one of the things that I did read online about this powder is that you're supposed to keep the sticky over the sieve because it's supposed to have like a natural moisturizing kind of aspect to it. And you get a little puff. Oh, it's like cool to the touch. It does feel kind of wet. It's so weird. So as you can see, it's like really light. Like it's very light, very soft, and just kind of even like blends into itself. Like so far I'm really impressed actually. And it's again like a really natural, kind of still pretty glowy finish. Okay, so I put on brows. So while I was close up, I noticed that the powder is clinging to some of my dry spots. Like that's just my wrinkle there. But I don't know if it comes across on camera, but like here I have some dry spots, here I have some dry spots, and that's where it's clinging, but mostly it's still wearing well. We're moving on to blush. So not only am I really happy with this formula because it's super light and blendable, but this color is amazing for spring. Okay, now there are no shade names for this. It's just Overtake multicolor eye palette, from what I can tell. A little powdery, but applies really well. Color translates really well. So like that's what I applied. That's what I got. That's that. So they blend pretty well. I will say the shimmery colors, if you blend too much, the shimmer falls out, at least in this like center burnt orange color. But this kind of highlight almost color keeps its color pretty true. So what I can gather is these are more made for like tapping on, and then some of them are definitely meant for like a brush on. I'm gonna do a little technique that I only do every once in a while, in which will require me to bust out the old KBD with some white. And I'm going to take probably this same little baby dome, and I'm gonna put it in this color again and kind of do a little agari moment. Because I feel like that's a real test of how it blends with that middle. So I laid contour over the powder. It blended pretty well. I'm gonna set it because I want to see if that, you know how some foundations or powders, you'll see like it stick to dry patches, but then I forgot to contour my giant forehead. Just, some powders will kind of cling to those areas, but then like the minute you set them with any type of setting spray, that kind of breaks up. So I want to see if that's true for this too. The finish on this is really great. My blending is not, but otherwise, I have to say I'm annoyingly impressed. Let's see how we like the mascara. Look at this baby little brush. So like the whole point of this is that it's supposed to be able to grab like even the shortest lashes. So that's one coat. None of it got on my eyelid, which is a feat in itself. And it actually grabbed like all of my lashes. So I went ahead and did 2 layers on this side, and it coats. It still stayed pretty natural, pretty separated. If you're into like, I just want to even them out. If you're into like really spidery lashes, this might be for you. Kind of wispy lashes, this is definitely for you. And then also, it really does kind of like grab every lash. Like you can kind of feel it combing, which is kind of cool. So, onto the lip. Okay, so currently, nothing. My lips are chronically dry. So, this is what I'm curious of how this is gonna turn out. Like, I'm in love with the color. Again, a super natural finish. It's really moussey. It is not sticky, but you can still feel like the moisture when you blot. Let's see. How horrible does it look in like the crevices of my mouth? This might be like my new favorite brand. Let's see how it wears through the day. Okay, so we've done nothing so far because we were waiting for a package that required a signature. So it's been almost 4 hours, and here's our current status. Pretty decent. This is natural light. I have the sunroof open. So we're going to go get our hair done because this is no longer acceptable. Oh, also, I've eaten twice. I mean, like, not full meals, fat girl self-conscious, but I had like some eggs, like half of a slice of pizza, and like the lip color is kind of staying like with it. We're doing well. So, makeup update. It has been, it's 4 o'clock now. We did our makeup at like 9. We probably finished around like 10. And my spots where I'm super oily would be like my forehead. So like, let's look in the sun. Pretty much like no shine. I am breaking up pretty bad around my nose, but like that's also kind of my norm. I haven't met a foundation yet or a powder yet that can stand up to my nose oil. That's just what it is. So I'm in the parking lot right now. I'm just a girl talking to her phone in the parking lot. Mind your business, people. I'm telling you. So far, I'm pretty impressed. Like, I've eaten and had stuff to drink, so I'm getting kind of like that lip line. But also, like with this shade, it was rambling. It's wearing in a very natural way. So like I said, like the oil control is pretty ridiculous on this. Like, I'm getting a little bit of lift on my finger. I don't know if that comes across, but like usually if you touch like oily face with like hands, a ton comes off. Like the creasing is happening. I'm gonna stop at Starbucks on the way home. So the creasing that you're seeing is happening where like my concealer was. Like I have a wrinkle right here that is creasing a little bit in, a little in like right here, but like otherwise. Anyway, but yeah, like this is crazy. Like I didn't want it to be good because I don't want to know that it's out there and then be like, do I want to order this? But the shipping was so fast. It was only like 3 days, and it was like $20 foundation and like $15 powder. Like financially, it pretty much costs exactly what you would pay to order from Sephora. And not to poo-poo on Sephora, but I've had some pretty crappy like dealings with Sephora and their shipping. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna give this like another hour and then we're gonna wash our face, because right now, like I said, right here is breaking up a little bit, but like that's, I have yet to meet a foundation that like hasn't done that to me. And like right here a little bit, but again, like every foundation that I've ever tried has done that. But like the usual spot right here is usually like a cavern, because like I said, at this point it's 4 p.m. and we did this makeup I think at like 9 this morning. So that's a long time, y'all. That's a long time. I don't know how many hours that is, because I'm not about to do the math right now. It's my day off, I don't have to do math. But I'm pretty impressed. The eyeshadow creased a little bit, but like not a lot. Like not even really a noticeable amount. The eyelashes stayed, ooh, y'all slipped, I'm sorry, are you okay? The eyelashes stayed where I wanted them to. Like, I'm kind of annoyed at how well this makeup has stood the test of time. And I also like had my hair washed and like scrubbed, and like I don't see a whole lot of like wear and tear like where the towel was. And like I sweat, and like where I usually sweat is not like falling apart. Let's get Starbucks. All right, so it's been like at least 10 hours since we did our makeup. Oil is pretty much non-existent. Like nothing. And the parts of me that like would normally be cracking really bad, like this right here, are not. Like this one crease here, that's the concealer. That's not even, that was Jeffree Star. That wasn't even this makeup. So I have to say I'm super impressed. Is it worth it? Yes. The lipstick stayed on pretty much all day. I've been biting my lip because of anxiety and stuff. The blush, is it worth it? Yes. The eyeshadow, is it worth it? Yes. And then the powder, is it worth it? Definitely. Like it has not moved at all through shampooing, through everything. Sweating. I'm in Florida, it's super hot. Like everything stayed in place. So I guess until next time, love you, bye.